we're back with more of the WHHI News. Hey, guess what? The Hilton Head Fire and Rescue has a strategic plan which now includes community outreach. And here to tell us how that program's going is Captain Lee Jenkins. Good to see you.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Well, I know that this program got underway because you told me in July. What is this community outreach that you're doing here on the island?
So we're very fortunate. Community outreach is very big. We just completed the preparation for our strategic plan implementation, in which community outreach is 1/3 of that. So 33% is basically Captain Ferguson and me. And what community outreach is targeted interaction and engagement with our community.
Okay, so it's really just getting out there and meeting people of all ages or residents here on the island, educating them. What have you done recently? Who have you met with? Give us an example.
Well, thank you for the question. So we've been extremely blessed and supported. Being Native Islanders, we had many existing relationships, and we have kind of expanded upon those and formed new partnerships and met a whole bunch of people. But in particular, we spend a bunch of time at churches, schools, nonprofits. We have sought out a whole bunch of feedback and information as to how we can get better at delivering community outreach and that engagement and involvement.
Now, you mentioned it is up to you and one other person with the Fire and Rescue Department, correct?
Sort of.
So you're getting around a lot, it sounds like.
Yes, ma'am. So Captain Ferguson and I, BJ Ferguson, has been serving Hilton Head for 21 years. I've been serving for 17 years. But although we kind of lead this, we are so much supported by our line personnel. So all of our events, ideas, they support us tremendously. So it's total team effort.
Why do you think this arm of the department, in other words, community outreach, why do you think it's so important, you personally? Why is it important?
Well, it's a wonderful question. So we haven't ever had it, for one thing.
Okay.
So BJ and I, we're very blessed and honored to be the first to lead this charge. But in addition to that is reaching our young people is vital to the future of Hilton Head Island Fire Rescue. And we realize that through outreach, whether it's all ages, it's all about building relationships, basing those relationships on trust, sincerity, respect, and we want to be all inclusive of everyone.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful. Now, I know you mentioned to me you've done a program also at the Boys and Girls Club on Hilton Head Island.
Yes, ma'am.
And how did that go for you?
So that went awesome. On September 5th, we in the Boys and Girls Club of Hilton Head Island partnered, and we did kind of a multifold 2 events. One of them was the celebration of International Literacy Day.
Great.
Yes, ma'am. And so BJ and I, we read 4 books to about 50 first and second graders.
Did they pay attention?
Oh my gosh, we captivated their attention.
Good for you.
Yes, we had a captivated
audience. And speaking
audience.
of reading, you mentioned you're going to be doing something else along those lines on the island, right? At another school, at a school rather. Yes,
ma'am. Thank you. So we're very, very happy to announce that we have a program called the Red Hot Readers, in which we have partnered with Hilton Head Island Creative Arts. And so we're very excited. That kicks off September 22nd.
Super. What a great idea. I bet that's a lot of fun too.
Oh.
I mean, fun for the kids, but they're also learning at the same time.
Yes, ma'am, that's what it is. So what we've learned is that the message in a lot of households and families comes from the children. And
Isn't that true, right?
Yes.
They bring it back home and they say, hey, this is what I learned today.
Yes, ma'am.
And it can be life-saving information, can it not?
Very much so.
Yeah,
and so
how important.
We realize that for our recruiting efforts, it's also very important because the young people that we are reading to, they have older brothers and sisters, and they have family members who may be looking for an opportunity to stay at home and work. And so Hilton Head Island Fire Rescue is that opportunity.
Super. I want to thank you for joining us. Now, people can contact you. We're going to put, what is it, your phone number up on the screen if they want to learn more or invite you for a program?
Yes, ma'am. So we have 2 phones and we have 1 email address.
Okay, super. I want to thank you for your time and thank you for what you're doing here on the island for all of us.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us.
And we will be right back after this.